Hi, and welcome to our lesson on theoretical versus experimental probability. What we're going to do today in this video is just go ahead and get a few of the definitions written down in your notes. The first one is probability. Probability is the likelihood that something will occur. Probability is a number from 0 to 1, and that probability can be written as a decimal, fraction, or a percent. You could write a probability as 0.5. You could write that probability as 1 over 2, or you could write that probability as 50%. Those all mean the same thing. You need to pause this video and get these definitions written down in your notes. This is what you're going to be asked to show when video notes are checked. So pause it and write this down, please. Other vocabulary regarding theoretical versus experimental probability, things that you're going to need for tomorrow. An outcome. An outcome is a possible result of an experiment. When you roll a number cube, there are 6 possible outcomes. An event is an outcome or a collection of outcomes, such as rolling an odd number. And your sample space is the set of all possible outcomes. Please pause the video and write these 3 definitions down in your notes. There are 2 kinds of probability, theoretical and experimental, which is the title of this lesson. So these are the 2 kinds of probability. Theoretical probability, the way you would write this is the probability of A is the number of favorable outcomes divided by the total number of possible outcomes. Please pause the video and write these 2 statements down in your notes. Experimental probability is the number of successes divided by the number of trials. This is basically like saying what actually happens. So your experimental probability is not based on what should happen, but it's based on what actually happens in an experiment. Please pause the video and make sure that you have this written down in your notes. That's it for your video. So you should have a few things written down in your notes for tomorrow. If you have any questions, please ask, and we will talk about this more in depth in class. Thanks.